Going, Gone, Part 2. Adam Tell Me All leaned in a little as well. What exactly do you have in mind?
Well, I don't know what to call it. Providential, I suppose. You see, my father was a regular at the horse track. He always had a racing program in his hands. One day he told me how to make money at the track. It's not complicated, but it's dangerous. You could easily lose all your money. What are the chances of walking in here and being given a racing form? I mean, it was as if it was supposed to happen.
So, you're thinking what?
I always wanted to try out the method he told me, but you need a certain amount of money. Seed money, they call it. You have to know in advance it all could disappear.
How much money are we talking about?
At least $600. But listen to them discussing the various ways of beating the track. I wonder if they would have any interest in investing in such a scheme.
Only one way to find out. Hey fellas, we think we have an interesting proposition. Care to come over and listen to the details?
Old Joe and Ray, breaking stride, looked over from the continuing discussion. You think you came up with a way of beating the track? There's no such thing. The odds are stacked against you. I've been playing horses for 40 years. There's no magic formula. Part of the reason why you have been unsuccessful might just be because you frame everything in a win-or-lose scenario. But if you begin the process thinking that while you're losing, you're also at the same time winning, it would take the burden off. Or to put it another way, it just might take the blinkers off.
The two men listened, stopped talking, and walked over. They slid into the booth with their coffees. Ray, breaking stride, murmured,
Try saying that again, this time in English.
The deal required $600. In the end, they pooled their collective resources, which pretty much cleaned each of them out. Old Joe took the money and deposited it in his off-track betting account. They all agreed to meet the next afternoon, just before racing time, to select their choices and call them in. They were hunkered down in the booth going over the racing forms when the bell sounded at the door and a customer walked in.
Might have known it. Can't seem to catch a 5-minute break.
Old Joe rose to meet the new customer.
Howdy, neighbor. What can I get for you?
Your money will do nicely. Everything in the till.
If you robbed me, you came at a bad time. There's very little left in the till. It's all being sent off to my off-track betting account. Besides, where's your gun?
I don't need a gun to rob you. I just say, give me your money and there won't be any trouble. No need for anyone to get shot. Just a little cooperation is needed. That's all.
Hey, Ray, he doesn't have a gun or stick or anything. He just stands there like a dummy asking for money.
There's no need to resort to calling each other names. This can be civil. Gentlemen, put your wallets on the table. The young lady can put her handbag there also. I'll just take a look in the register for myself.
The money in the till, wallets and handbag, amounted to less than $20.
How does this happen to me? I mean, think of it. I have the misfortune of running into 4 adults with $20 between them. This has to be some kind of cosmic joke. It can't be happening. I've entered into a parallel universe. What was the point of going to college at all?
We told you. We all chipped in and put money into an off-track betting account. We are just going over the form now to pick out our winners. And time is short. We don't have the luxury to sit here and waste it on you.
See? There it is. No respect. People think the life of a criminal's easy. It's not as easy as picking out a winner at the track. I can testify to that.
Then why don't you put your money where your mouth is? We'll cut you in, give you a share. Let's see, 600 divided by 5, that works out to $120 each. You got $120 to put in?
I must be completely hopeless.
He reached into his hip pocket for his wallet.
Came in here to make money and lost $120.
He flopped the money on the table.
How about a cup of Joe,
Frank. My name is Frank.
That'll be $2, Frank. The refill's on me. Now then, thanks to Frank here, we all get a rebate. Let's see. 4 people contributed $150 each to give us the account of $600.
5 people investing equally adds up to $120 each. So we are all due to receive our first dividends of $30. We're making money already.
Frank watched as his money was split up and divided before his eyes, $30 going to each of the 4 of them.
Now wait a second. You mean I don't get a share?
This is your initial investment. Look at it this way. It didn't cost you $150 like it did us. We have $600 in the account. We don't need to add this $120 to it. This way we all contributed equally. Each person invests $120.
You all just profited from me. I didn't profit at all. Explain that one to me again.
These are the dividends paid to the seasoned investors. Your $120 was your initial investment. Should someone else be added to the system, then part of their share would be paid out to you as well. If, for example, another person came along and wanted to join, that would make 6 people. 600 divided by 6 equals 100. So their initial investment would be $100. We don't need $700 in the account, so each of the 5 of us would split up the 100 and receive $20 each.
Frank looked as if something were slowly becoming clear.
If I recruit another investor, it would cost them $100 to join, and we would split up that $100 between the 5 of us. So if I were to find a person in the next 5 minutes, you guys would have made 30 each from me and an additional 20 from the new person. In other words, in 10 minutes, without ever going near the track, you guys would have received $50 and I would get 20.
Adam Tell-Me-All was intrigued. Fiona, is this the method your dad passed on to you? Fiona addressed her comments to Frank.
Are you happy with the arrangement, Frank?
I guess so. Yeah, I'm all in. Why not?
Let me ask you this. If we lose the $600 in off-track betting account and go broke, aren't you going to think, hold up, I invested $120 extra dollars. There should be $120 left in the account.
No, I understand how it works.
See, that's just it. That's the beauty of it. No one ever stops to count the money. 5 people contribute $600 to open the account. 5 new people kick in $600 more to join. We get our money back and a share in all future profits. Each of us receiving 10%. Or if we consider ourselves as a group, then that's 5 people at 10% each, or collectively 50% of all future profits go to us.
Old Joe and Ray Breaking-Stride looked like a couple of rookie poker players trying to remember if a full house beats a straight flush. Frank was uncertain if he liked the outcome or not.
You know, Frank, I do offer a counseling service. I'm excellent at money management.
Why? Do you think I need counseling?
You did come in here hoping to make money, and instead you're leaving with $120 lighter than when you showed up.
I invested the money. I didn't lose it. Or so you all tell me.
So come in for counseling and see what other investment you might be missing out on. Shall I pencil you in? I have an opening next Thursday at 3 p.m.
Frank looked at her business card.
Okay, what the hell? Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Once the others had left the booth, only Adam Tell-Me-All remained, seated across from Fiona. He looked up at her. Can I ask you a question? How come when I first met you, your name was Margaret, and now you're suddenly Fiona?
It's only here I'm known as Fiona. At home, I am Margaret.
And where is home?
Ever heard of a place called Zeta Reticuli? We're out there, and now I guess we're here. Let's see. You're penciled in for a session next Friday. Bring all your questions with you. And Adam, don't forget to bring your tinfoil hat.